with the season sort of coming to a close, playoff berths and divisions being clinched, and as we are recording, it is the tail end of the 120 football game slate. So what we're about to do might change some things. It's Jon, it's Nick, it's BIB Draft HQ. It's our very first 1.0 first round mock draft. Quarterbacks, receivers, edge, and maybe even trades, all to come. BIB Draft HQ, let's run this thing. Burgundy Ballers, welcome back to BIB Draft HQ here on the Ballin and Burgundy podcast. Nick, what's happening, man?
You know, man, another day in paradise. One more day closer to this new team, new me, new year type deal.
Man, I've been there since like week 12, and we're about to wrap up week 17 here within the next 24 hours. So you ain't wrong about that. But no, I say we just get straight into things. Guys, hit that subscribe button here on BIB on the road to 1,000. We're at 837 subscribers. We're about 160 away. So hit that subscribe button. When we get to 1,000, may or may not be doing a draft giveaway, but we will get there when we get to 1,000. But Nick, I say we cut all the pleasantries. We just hop right in.
Let's get it, man. You know what it is. What? Go ahead and give them your nickname. Who are you?
Jon Kuiper Jr. in the building, fam.
And I'll go ahead. I'll fill in for Nick Mache over here.
Nick Mache, I like that. I wasn't thinking you're gonna go with something like Nick Yates or something.
I thought about it, but he's too pretty for me, man. He's still got that baby skin. I've been through war, man. You can tell.
To Shay. So we discussed off screen. I'm gonna take odds. So 1, 3, 5, 7. You're gonna take 2, 4, 6, 8, and evens. We have currently PFF all set up. This is before the 1 o'clock games have officially ended. So you're like, well, Cleveland beat Pittsburgh. Right. Miami just beat Tampa Bay. It's because we didn't want to do this too late in the day, and then we're over something and something happens. We're doing this as of 3:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So give us a break, and I will put in the description. I will put if I do a clip on Instagram why they look the way they are. So again, first round. I do more positional value, and I did this with Grant. I do a little bit. So I normally have these up here. I do one step less for needs. It makes it a little bit more intriguing. Yes, we're controlling the first round, but I like to see where the rankings kind of dictate. But Nick, are you ready?
Hey, let's get it, man. And we're both going to make a commander selection here.
Yep.
So we'll see what we both are feeling for that. But yeah, exactly. I'm ready, man. Let's get it.
All right, so I have the first overall pick being odds. I have the New York Football Giants. And based on what I've heard, they're considering all options. They're considering sticking here and taking Mendoza. I'm not going to do so. I'm going to trade out of one to a QB needy team. Ironically, I will be trading with Nick's New York Jets.
Okay.
From 1 to 4. I am proposing 4, 18, and their second next year to move up to 1.
The 4th and the 18th.
Yep.
To move up to 1. What are you giving me for next year? Second?
No. So it's 4, 18, and then a 2027 second from the Jets to move up to number 1 overall to the Giants.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you. Yep. Okay. I was reading it backwards. That's why I was lost. Yeah. I was like, hold up, I ain't even got all that. But yeah. Cool, but yeah, no. All right, let's see what you got. Who we go ahead and make it and pick is in.
All righty. So with that being said, the first overall pick for the New York Football Jets, Jets, just end the season, will be Fernando Mendoza out of the University of Indiana.
All right. So let's see.
You have the Raiders.
So we're going to make this trade on my end right quick. So we got the Giants giving up 1.
4.
Jets to move up.
Mm-hmm.
For the 4th and the 18th.
Yep.
And the round 2 traded. Oh, okay. And you took Mendoza.
I took a Mendoza.
All right. All right, here we go. So Mendoza's off the board. Well, that's who I was going to pick for the Commanders, so that sucks.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah. All right. So now, with that being said, with the Raiders still being in the number 2 hole, and I have a feeling we're both going to be putting some asterisks on some of our picks just because of how early it is in the year, and who knows if some of these players even come out, right?
Yep.
But as it stands right now today, as you said, middle of the day, early afternoon picks. As of right now, there's nothing saying that Dante Moore is not going back to Oregon. So
Right.
with the Raiders needing a quarterback, even though I love my man Gino, he's just not it right now. Okay. So with that being said, with the second overall pick, the Las Vegas, formerly known as the Oakland Raiders, are going to take Dante Moore, quarterback, Oregon.
I agree. I think if he does come out, and I said this with Tone on the week on our reactions, if he does come out, he will be a top 5 solidified pick guaranteed. If he does not come out, Oregon will have to pay him millions upon millions of dollars to stay. And I don't think that also happens because their OC is now Kentucky's head coach. So I think that's even more reason for Dante Moore to come out and be a top 10 pick, top 5 pick, make $40 million guaranteed as the second overall pick.
Yeah, and that's my thing right now. I mean, I'm looking at it as, and I won't harp on this much because I know we got a lot to get through, but also Oregon could play the card of like, hey, I know you want a lot of money to come back. However, you go to Cleveland, go to New York, go to this, go to that. Like, you see how your boy Cam Ward's doing right now. So if you want to get beat around to get that $40 million, or you want to come back and maybe win a natty, and who knows who could, possibly go get you next year, they could play that card as well. But as of right now, with the quarterback market in this year's draft not looking as strong as most people thought probably about a month or two ago, I think Vegas has to jump on that pick and go get their guy and hope for the best. So
I agree. Third overall pick, Cleveland Browns. For those who are on the boat of saying, oh, Ty Simpson could be a first-round quarterback, what about Gary Nussen and Bussemeyer? They will not be seen until day 2, if not day 3. Klubnik and Aller, same boat. So to help whoever is the future quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, I'm making this nice and easy. I'm getting them a weapon on offense because I think their defense is good the way it is.
Okay.
I'm giving them Ohio State's Carnell Tate at 3rd overall.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. There's a lot of things going around right now with Jordan Tyson being the number 1 receiver. And, I've been a Mekhi Lemon guy since, probably his 3rd game this year when he's just such an X factor in that slot. He could potentially kind of do like a Njigba thing, year 2, year 3, kind of move to the outside, maybe, get a little better, like bigger size wise, learn how to run those routes a little bit better. But as far as right now, he's the most NFL ready slot receiver that I've seen in a long time, man. But with that being said, Carnell Tate is just an overall freak, man. I mean, and he comes from wide receiver U. So, I mean, that is a dead that is a money pick for me right there going to Cleveland.
All right, your Giants at 4.
So now I got a curveball thrown at me with the Giants here at 4. Obviously, the biggest glaring thing at us right now is Arvell Reese, right? But there's no way they make another pass rusher draft pick. I mean, all we heard this year was, are they going to get rid of Thibodeau? Are they going to trade Brian Burns? Now Abdul Carter is hated by everybody in the room, and no one. But I just can't imagine that that front office. Even I don't care who the coach is really. If they hire a brand new head coach, I cannot imagine them drafting a D lineman a pass rusher. Let me put it that way.
No.
But with a couple of things staring at me right now with this pick, now that I have the Giants rather than the Jets. Man, I mean, I don't think you can pass on what I think could be a generational talent at the safety position. As much as I hate that he would go to the Giants, in my opinion, besides Reese, Caleb Downs is the best player available as of right now.
Yep.
You could get cute with the whole Jordan Tyson thing, maybe pairing him with Malik Neighbors.
Ooh.
But it's not a him, it's a me thing, right? Like I would rather have Mekhi Lemon there over Jordan Tyson. But I think that the Wan'Dale Robinson in the slot is pretty solid for them already. So I don't think
he is a free agent though.
Yeah, but with a new coach coming in, with Jackson Dart starting, Scat coming back, Malik Neighbors coming back, I think that's going to be enough for Wan'Dale to say, okay, I could get $4 million else. I can go to Jacksonville and get $4 extra million, or I can stay in New York with what I've tried to build up with a brand new coach, and we can go from there, type of deal. And same predicament as us. We need all the defensive help, they need all the defensive help they can get as well. So with this pick, with the 4th overall pick to the Giants, as much as it pains me to say, as you could tell, Buckeye Nation, I'm going to have the Giants select 4th overall, the safety out of the Ohio State, Caleb Downs.
Okay. All right. I like that. I probably would have gone wide receiver with them, regardless of Wan'Dale coming back, because they need a 3, especially with Malik coming off the ACL. But I definitely don't hate Caleb Downs there.
Yeah. And, I think it's a lot easier to maybe hit on a free agent wide receiver than it is on a free agent safety. So.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right, the Tennessee Titans. I am in 2 trains of thought here. I'm either taking Arvell Reese as a pass rusher, because you don't take a linebacker top 5 unless he's, Ray Lewis.
That guy, yeah.
Or I'm taking Jordan Tyson to get Cam Ward some help, because it's Alec Manor, it's Chimere DK. I think the Calvin Ridley experiment is probably over there.
Yeah.
I think if I'm looking towards the future, because of how deep this draft class is, I'm going to go with Jordan Tyson for the Tennessee Titans.
Okay, pick's in. Okay.
Pick is in.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, and now with that being said, with the Titans for you, the Cardinals are for me right now. I mean, you could literally, the top 5 picks here that are still available could all fit in day 1 starters for these guys. I mean, they need all the help that they can get as well. Truly, in my opinion, it all depends on free agency, right? Obviously. But that's what this mock draft is for, is that we're going off of today. But with that being said, and not going down that rabbit hole, they definitely need defensive help. And the best player available right now, which could arguably the best player of this draft, is Arvell Reese.
True.
He could fill in for a couple different positions for them, pass rush, multiple spots on the defense he could fill for them. So with that flexibility and the amazing upside that Reese, has, I'm going to have the Cardinals take Arvell Reese here.
Okay. My only pushback, I'm gonna click draft for them, so that way we keep it going. But the only pushback I would say is they need offensive line help.
So that was my, and I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole, but I don't think they're going to address the quarterback position. So with either riding with Kyler or riding with Brissett, they need their best help, right? However, which is what I was going to get into a little bit later, is I saw whose name you just flashed up there. And I think that he's not the best offensive lineman. There's my guy, Francis.
Francis Maui Noah.
Yeah, that mother. is he's a mauler, man. And I think he'd be a solid fit there. However, it's just, it's not as sexy as taking a guy who could get you 15 sacks. So.
No. Before we talk about Washington, the Cleveland Browns did just beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. So like I said, as on screen, we're keeping it the way it is. I'm not going to mess with draft order, but right now the Cleveland Browns are 4-12, and they would probably move to where New York or Tennessee are, but we're going to keep it the way it is and keep things rolling. Our Washington Commanders, I mean, it's one guy really up here for me. And obviously, we're going to talk about it. But, I mean, if he's right here, I'm 40-yard dashing to the board and taking Texas Tech's David Bailey.
David Bailey. Yeah.
Yeah. All in agreement here, say aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Yep.
Justin can't oppose, so David Bailey it is.
Yeah. So that's exactly what I was going to do. Obviously, if Arvell Reese is there, let's just throw this out. If I would have taken Maui Goa, or however, I always butcher that name. And you had the choice between Bailey and Reese. Who are you taking?
I'm still taking Bailey because I think you're not taking Reese this high unless he's a pass rusher. And this was the first true year for pass rush for Reese, where Bailey's been in that position his entire college career.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to see where you were at. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. Okay, so we got David Bailey going to our
Commanders.
Washington Commanders.
Yep.
Okay.
You have the New Orleans Tyler Shuck-led Saints.
Right. Okay. So this is another team that is some people will say, you got a young quarterback, why don't you help him out with one of these elite tackles here? But they have been taking tackles the past 2 seasons. And with Kellen Moore being there, and in my honest opinion, I think Kellen Moore is probably the smartest offensive mind guy besides your Kyle Shanahans and your McVays in the league. I would have given Kellen Moore the naming rights to the Washington football team if he would have been our head coach, to be honest with you. I've loved him since – I even when he was killing us in Dallas, I was just like, yeah, that's a great play, So I really think that he's a smart guy, but he is an offensive-minded head coach.
Yep.
And when Chase Young is strip sacking quarterbacks and running it to the house like he did today, why do you need anybody on defense, right? So with that being said, I'm going back and forth here on this pick because you still do have 2 amazing X factors on the offensive side of the ball that they could potentially get here. You could help your young quarterback out with both of these guys. However, I think the one that helps him out the most is going to be the running back. So with Kamara getting older and the running back market this year being probably the worst depth position to draft this year, probably next to safety. It's definitely the worst depth position on the offensive side of the ball this draft. I would say that Kamara is getting older. He couldn't finish a year, and their young guy in Devin Neal is finishing the year on IR themselves, and the Taysom Hill experiment is over. So with the 8th pick, your first running back coming off of the draft board here, and Jeremiah Love going to the New Orleans Saints.
Okay, that is not where I thought you were going to go, because that changes things for me so much later down the board. And okay.
All right, yep.
Damn you. Okay, Cincinnati Bengals. This is kind of an easy pick, I think, for them. If he's still there, Trey Hendrickson's a free agent. Shamar Stewart has been nowhere to be found, pretty much. So if I'm getting defense needs help more than anything, besides O-line, I hear the people. Yes, O-line should be addressed, but not this team. I'm taking Ruben Bain Jr. for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay, Ruben Bain.
All
right. Now, Kansas City, this is their first year in the top 10 since I think John was being fed with a spoon out of peas.
I think the last time they were this close was the Mahomes draft.
They were, yeah. This is the first time in a long time. So My son's 8 years old, and he has never seen them not make playoffs. So there you go.
No.
All
There
right. However, I've got a really good buddy of mine who's a diehard Chiefs fan. He's also a big boy. Played O-line, talks about his O-line all the time here. Mahomes going down this year obviously wasn't the O-line's fault, right? But it seems like they always have issues going into every offseason, whether they got to tag somebody, pay this guy, go get that guy, blah, blah, blah. And it always seems to be an offensive lineman, right? Now, I spice it up a little bit because this is the perfect, ideal, perfect world scenario for Jeremiah Love to go, would be the Kansas City Chiefs, right? But hey, these guys can't have their cake and keep eating it, right? So something needs to happen. So with that being said, I truly think the Chiefs go with all those stud D linemen coming off the board and the playmakers. I truly think they just solidify that O-line and take Francis from Miami.
Ooh, we got Francis Maui Noah, first O lineman off the board. Okay.
Yeah, he's my number one offensive lineman in the draft.
Okay. So far within the top 10, we've had 2 Ohio States go back to back, and then we have 2 Miami players go back to back. All right.
And they
that
play
changes things up. And they do play each other. Yes, they do. All right. The Miami Dolphins. Honestly, I probably would have taken Downs if he fell this far to them because they I know they have Minka Fitzpatrick, but they need a whole lot of help.
Yeah.
Mekhi Lemon is here, and the Tyreek experiment will be over. Waddle is still there. Nick Westbrook Akine is there. Theo Weiss looks good with the Quinn Ewers. So I'm going to address the defense with this pick.
Okay.
And just because Gerard McCoy is a fantastic corner.
Mm-hmm.
Has not played this year due to injury.
Right.
If he comes back during the combine and he's even 80% of what he was, you have a lockdown corner in this league. But because of said injury concerns, and it's the SEC, I'm going to go with Mansour Delane for the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah. Such a physical corner, man.
Facts.
I love it. Even not even just watching his tape is amazing. And then, to give the eyes a little rest, you just watch like the YouTube highlights here and there.
Facts.
And you're like, Jesus, this dude, man. Like, all I want, because all you do is watch tape. You're looking at feet and hands. At least in the highlights, you get to see like those. You're like, damn. So yeah, I love that pick there. I mean, anybody who gets him, I think is obviously just getting better, right? But with that being said, that sucks because that's exactly who I was going to have the Rams take.
That's who I would have taken for the Rams too.
Yeah, exactly, because all I could think to myself, I was like, they're not gonna they're over the Forbes thing. You ain't got to tell me. I already know. So, but now with that said, right? Okay, he's gone. Let's lock back in here. You got some okay people here. That defense is just so stacked to begin with. Adding a piece for them isn't going to hurt, right? Which is exactly where McCoy would come in here perfectly. But as you said, with the whole injury thing, that's the thing that kind of scared me off a little bit. I have a perfect team that would take him and wouldn't think twice about it, possibly coming up later. I'll save that. But same kind of deal with the Kansas City Chiefs, right? Like, this is a team that's always competing for not only the division, but a Super Bowl. And the number one position in all of football is obviously the quarterback spot. So why not solidify the people who get paid a lot of money to protect that spot? So with Matt Stafford getting older, whether he plays next year or not, you can never go wrong with having a solid O-line. So with that being said, I have the Rams taking Spencer. Is it Fano or Fano or something?
I go Fano.
Fano. Yeah, I know all them some I was about to say Somalians. All them Samoans, they be throwing me off, man. I'm too Caucasian to be pronouncing these names, all right?
You and me both.
But
Two
yeah,
Caucasian.
I got him coming off the board there. So
Okay. You know what? I don't hate that. And honestly, if we wanted to swap Fano and Delane around for Miami and LA, no one's batting an eye.
No, exactly. And especially because you could say the same thing and reverse it for Quinn Ewers. Now that looks like he's going to be their starter, why not lock down a generational talent at the tackle spot? So
I agree. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I'm in two trains of thought. Before people say Cassius Howell, I think, is going to fall and could fall into day 2 because he did not play these last 2 games against Miami or Texas very well. And his size, his kind of like lack of arm strength and size showed.
That get off is elite, though.
It's elite, but it's real quick. Howell and Ruben Bain are 2 my edge rushers who I'm like, they may get off well, they can't finish.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the Ruben Bain thing. I think, well, I ain't gonna get into it, but we might be having a Commanders Field Pass top 10 drop series starting here soon. So I'll save that for another day. But I definitely hear what you're saying, right? But as you hear with most coaches, you can't teach heart and you can't teach effort, right? Or coach it, right? So they both have it. But without going down the rabbit hole, one of them also had another top 10 pass rusher on his same team where the other one did not. Yeah. And the other one that did not had a top defense all season long and, had a top 5 team all season long too in the toughest division or conference in college football. So yeah, I like Howell a lot. He's got the body and the potential to get into the NFL and, not mess it up. So I think he'll be just fine.
Yeah. But even still, I'm like, So that being said, Tampa Bay, Kadon is a free agent, and you need someone to help catch with Baker Mayfield when Mike Evans is injured, Chris Godwin is injured, and Emeka Egbuka is injured. So I'm going Kenyon Sadiq.
Okay. Well, looks like your boy might have a trade later in the draft now. Because that was the only, and you know who I'm talking about because I talked to you earlier about it. That was the only guy I could see that team taking here in a little bit. But, okay, we'll just keep – who knows who'll fall, right? Who knows? All right, but let's not even elaborate on it. The shitty Cowgirls are going to take some kicker or punter out of Wyoming or, no, just kidding. For the realness of it, if we ever want to end up on ESPN one day, we got to take it serious, right? So as much as I hate this team more than anything in this world – they suck on defense. They beat us. Who gives a shit? Yeah, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. We suck too. Who cares, right? But
they have no linebackers.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the reason why Dallas is the only team not to make it to the conference championship game since I've been alive is because they can never put it together. They either have the best offense in the league and the worst defense, or the top 5 defense and the worst offense. So, their offense seems to be clicking on all cylinders. Will Pickens be back? Who knows? Who cares? I really don't give a shit about Dallas. I hope he leaves. You know what I mean? I hope CeeDee Lamb just makes a career in gambling and just goes to Vegas. But with that being said, to take it serious, right? The Keldrick Falk and the Peter Woods here would be amazing if they didn't just trade for Quinnen, right? So, and just from being a Skins fan or a Commanders fan, for my entire life, Dallas will always have D-line. Like, they just always got it. They always have it. It's just something about them. They've always got a guy where when he's in Dallas, you're like, who the hell is this guy coming off the bench? And then, next year he's got 9 sacks, 12 sacks, something crazy, and then gets paid top dollar somewhere. So I'm going to skip the D-line for them right now. But as I was saying, a team that doesn't care, and Jerry, all he cares about is the media. What a better pick right here than arguably, when healthy, could have been the best corner in this draft, and German McCoy going to the.
You're going. Oh, that's
Definitely
not where
going
I thought.
to here because of the fact that there is no way that Diggs is back. There's no way. So
That is not where I would have gone at all, right there.
Yeah.
But I don't hate that one bit.
I'm gonna click draft on McCoy. Okay.
Yep.
For all the people out there, if he does, like, I'm just gonna hit the asterisk, like I said earlier. If he does come out to the combine's not ready, blah 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 blah. Home run hit for them would be Sonny Styles, and I'll just leave it there. So if McCoy 100% healthy, played all season, no doubt about it. If he comes to the combine, he's ready to go. Still no doubt about it. However, if he's not there, Sonny Styles is the perfect pick for Dallas, unfortunately to say. But that's my take on that. So I'll pass it on to you.
You're not wrong about that. Sitting here at 15 for the Detroit Lions, if he is still here on the board for the Lions, I think he could very well be a Dan Campbell type.
Okay.
And he'll have a little bit of time to sit behind some of those injury-riddled players coming back. I'm going to take Peter Woods for the Lions.
Okay.
Get Hutch some help on the interior and also buy them some time to get younger.
Yes. And, Pete, that is a big boy. That is a big boy. Whether you want to run that 3-4-4-4, 3-3-5, whatever defense hybrid, whatever you want to do for the next 4 years, you get yourself a new D coordinator in there or something like that. I mean, that guy can play 3-4 end. He can play the 4-3 D tackle. I mean, he can play the 3-3-5 nose. I mean, he can do it all. So he do it all. He is a very solid pick. Yes, I totally agree with that.
There we go.
All right. So now, kind of crazy that we're here with some of these players still available. And since the Ravens don't have a quarterback, I'm going to go Tyson. No, I'm just kidding. So, in all seriousness, right? Baltimore is a team that every single freaking year they draft in the first round. I'm always looking at my TV and saying that, damn it, that's who I wanted. I mean, it's almost every year. It's almost every single year. And they never miss. They never miss on a defensive pick. It just is not in their blood.
So
they can't do it. I think it's in the Harbaugh bloodline. They just can't miss on defense. They just can't do it.
On offense, every time they miss.
Yeah, exactly. Now, it's funny you say that because that segues me into exactly what I'm getting ready to say here, is that you got to have weapons. You got to have weapons, right? And there's one big weapon staring me dead in the face right now. I love Keldrick Falk. Don't get me wrong. Love him. I think he's probably a top 3 potential, definitely a top 5 edge D-line, take out all the Reeses and edge like OLBs and stuff. Keldrick Falk is definitely a top 3, top 5 guy. However, they're going to get a guy in the 5th round who's going to be the greatest D tackle you've ever seen. So I'm not too worried about that in the first round. But what you won't find in the 5th round is a Mekhi Lemon. And with the Ravens needing somebody with the potential of what's his face? Tight end.
Andrews are likely.
Yeah, likely. Now with Andrew signing and likely possibly leaving, that's a weapon they're going to be down. And me, in all honesty, I don't think Zay Flowers is really worth anything. He's solid, right? But you give Derrick Henry another year with a healthy Lamar Jackson, and now Zay Flowers can get somebody else out there to potentially get a little bit better. Because I mean, it's just I can't remember the last time they had a good receiver. So with the 16th pick, I got the Ravens taking Mekhi Lemon from USC.
Okay, not where I thought you were gonna go. Not probably where I would have gone. All right, Minnesota is gonna be an interesting pick. I'm just looking at their depth chart this way real quick.
Yeah,
Cashman, Pay. All right.
Yeah,
this is gonna be fun because I'm going to pass on Caleb Banks here because he's only played 2 games for my Florida Gators. He's coming off injury. Like, he's really good, but like you haven't found him. Blake Cashman, we'll see. Is Ivan Pace really the future? I'm going to go on a leap here because I think he should have gone away earlier. I'm going to go Sonny Styles for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't.
Cowboys fans, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't. You just cannot let Sonny Styles keep. You just can't do it.
No.
There'll be teams trading back into the draft to get Sonny. He's a dog.
If he's still there, absolutely.
Yeah. So you got Sonny going to Minnesota. Okay. Yep. So now with the Giants, with me taking Caleb Downs in that first, with the 4th pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. You got Denzel Boston there, right? But he's just a big body. This would have also been a really good spot. I know Theo Johnson's there, but another weapon at the tight end wouldn't kill them. And I am not a fan of old boy from Penn State.
He's
solid.
Vega Awane.
Yeah. I just don't see it. He's way too slow to be an interior lineman.
Interesting.
Huge. He's just huge, man. Too big.
Yeah.
So
they always need secondary help.
Yeah, I was gonna say I threw so many damn curveballs in here. I kind of messed myself up here. Terrell's solid. Don't get me wrong. But taking 2 DBs in the first round, I mean, I don't know if they do that. However, a guy that I really, really love might be too early.
Okay. If you're the GM, what are you thinking here?
If I'm the GM, so this is what I'm thinking. If I'm the GM, Caden Proctor's a dog. He starts for you day one, right away.
Yep.
It gives Jackson Dart his help, right? His safety net.
Mm-hmm.
It helps your run game and your pass game immediately. But you're not really worried about pass rush in our division right now.
Mm-mm.
Now, if we get David Bailey,
it's a little bit different.
There we go. I just made my mind up.
All right.
Terrell's solid. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to expose the guy who I said might be a little too early because if he's still there, to spice this first round up, I'll probably put him in there.
Mm-hmm.
With us taking David Bailey and having a young quarterback, I'm going to solidify that O-line again. Same reasoning as the Rams and Chiefs earlier.
Yep.
And I'm going to go Caden Proctor out of Giants.
I don't hate that one bit. I really don't hate that one bit. I might have gone Caleb Lomu there, but you could always also move Caden to the inside if need be, protect the interior.
That my reason, him and another guy who will not go first round as an offensive tackle, so I can put his name out there, is Jennings Dunker from Iowa.
Oh, yeah.
That dude is going to be a guard in the league. Tackle now for Iowa, so to have that flexibility is amazing. Caden Proctor, you want him on the outside because of his physical traits, but if for some reason you lock down a solid tackle in free agency and you just happen to bump him in the guard, you're not going to be mad about it. So
touche.
So, yep.
Touche. All right, Carolina Panthers here at 19. They need a few things. Primarily, it is linebacker. If Styles was still here, I think he also been perfect here for the Carolina Panthers. Mm-hmm. Allen feels a little rich here, especially with teams I know need help, and they always need edge help. I said this earlier, but I'm going to take Keldrick Folk here for them.
Solid.
At 19, whether he plays interior or exterior on the D-line, they've got a nice 6'6" piece to pair up with Derek Brown.
100%. And he's the same. He can anywhere you want to put him in any formation. He can. You don't have to bring him off the field. You don't have to do none of that. So
nope.
I mean, hell, even if he had to stand up on the edge one time, he can even get that done just with his length alone. He's going to set that corner or set that edge, and you're going to be totally fine with it.
Bingo.
Okay. God.
Cowboys.
Shouldn't have picked evens. So they're going to trade back. So here, all right. I'm going to use my same logic with the whole, probably not taking 2 DBs in the first round. So I'll avoid Terrell again. However, what they won't avoid is, like I said, the media, the flashiness, this, that, and the other. So I am going to make a splash pick here. Because I believe that this guy is a top 3 pass rusher in the NFL or in the draft coming out this year.
Okay. And
I'm going to go with Cassius Howell going to Dallas.
Okay, so the Texas boy stays in Texas. Okay. You know what? I really don't hate that because they do need the edge help.
Yeah.
And pair him up with Ezaraku. I don't hate that one bit.
Yeah, and TJ Parker's solid, but he's big. I don't know. He doesn't do it for me.
He's not complete.
No, he doesn't do it for me.
All right, Pittsburgh Steelers here at 21. This honestly feels like the perfect spot for where this guy fell, for where I'm about to go. And based on the whole DK Metcalf thing, Roman Wilson isn't the future. They really don't have a number 2 across from DK. And whether it's A-Rod, whether it's Will Howard, whether it's someone else in free agency, maybe they trade for Tua or Kyler or Lamar. I'm taking Denzel Boston for the Pittsburgh Steelers, wide receiver out of Washington.
That's exactly who I would have took.
Yep.
Exactly. Yep. Because they're the same way. They're gonna, there'll be a 4th round, linebacker, D lineman that they'll get. He'll ball out some corner, So, but yeah, that's exactly who. That's exactly who I would have taken. If he'd be very scary if Lemon fell that low, which he will never. But if some wild thing happened, or they could even move up to go get him. So that'd be a solid fit for them, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, man, I'm getting all the division guys. All right.
Ironically, you have been outside of our Commanders. Yeah.
We traded you traded me the damn Giants, so now I do have them all. All right. So with the Eagles, this is the pick I was trying to hint at earlier that the old Sadiq from Oregon, if he's in the first round, if he falls, which isn't crazy if that happened, no. Philly will 100% take them. If you can bet it on FanDuel, bet it, because I'm telling you, they are going to need a tight end. And what better way? And all the it's just everything's in the cards. Like all these teams now in the NFL doing the tush push with tight ends. I mean, they're going to ban it for quarterbacks, and they're just going to get this dude, and he's going to run for more yards than Jalen Hurts ever did. So, so I would have loved to have him there for the Eagles. Not in real life, but for this mock draft. But this is I truly think they trade out of the first round, man. I really do.
Oh, okay.
I really think they're going to trade out of the first round. If someone crazy isn't there, like if Sonny doesn't fall, Lemon doesn't fall, or sorry, not Lemon. Sadiq doesn't fall.
Oh yeah.
If like someone that should never even be at 22 isn't there, I cannot see Philadelphia drafted in the first round because, how he's a wizard on draft day, man. He's really a genius when it comes to this trading and draft stuff, man. He really is. Now they could use, they could always use somebody, right? Could they take the best player available? With a Terrell or a TJ Parker, sure, right? You know, their D line is pretty stacked. Their linebacker room is solid but young.
Secondary because they have like an Adoree Jackson back there.
And that's my thing. Like, I just don't like picking here because I'm not confident or feel good about anything here. Because, like, you know, they could even do something stupid like the year they drafted Jalen Hurts. And everyone was like, what are they doing? You know, blah, blah, blah. And then they take Ty Simpson, and 3 years later, Ty Simpson's an NFL MVP or something crazy. But just for where that team's at right now, especially the past few weeks, just getting torched, I guess, in the passing game. I mean, you got to take the best corner available. And, you know, Terrell doesn't suck. He's not bad.
No.
So what I'll do is, because obviously we're only doing one round today, so I'm not going to trade out of the first round because, you know, who am I going to trade with and all that kind of stuff. I haven't really put that effort in there yet for that, because it's not what we were doing today. So for the sake of the mock draft, I'll go ahead. I'll take Terrell from Clemson, the corner, going to Philly.
All righty. I don't hate that. The only other person I would have taken for Philly, if I were you, was Colton Hood, Tennessee corner who came back early in the year.
Yeah. It's just I don't think he's a day one guy.
I think if he's day one, he'll probably be selected here in these later rounds.
Yeah, later picks. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
The Chargers, they need just O-line health, not health.
Yeah.
Because golly, Herbo was fighting for his life. He pretty much has his girlfriend Madison Beard blocking for him, and that's not doing much. But a Jim Harbaugh defense, no Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack is getting older. I'm looking defense. I'm going to take Romello Height for the Chargers. Get some young pass rush.
Okay. Yeah, man. I really love Romello Height, man. He is he is a dog. He is. Yeah, and it's funny too because I think we've got a very similar top 10 edge when you exclude all the, you know, like I said, the linebackers like and stuff. Like your true D line guys. I think me and you probably have a very similar top 10 the way this is going. Now for the Houston Texans, who truly don't need any defensive help, right? Like, I mean, Jesus Christ, man, they're so stacked at the defense.
Yep.
This is going to be a quick and easy pick for me. Their O-line is just a glaring need. You know, the longer CJ Stroud has, the better for them. So with Lomo here for them from Utah, the offensive tackle.
Okay.
That is an amazing pickup for them. So I'm going to go Caleb Lomu from Utah going to Houston.
I thought you were going to go Vega Awane
to
give them some interior help. Okay, that changes things up. That might help me out later in the draft. Buffalo, they need a few things, especially for defense. If he's still here, I'm Buffalo. I'm going to go grab him. I'm grabbing CJ Allen, linebacker out of Georgia. They need that help pretty much the most. And I'm taking CJ right then and there.
Yep. And to be honest with you, I debated between Cassius Howell and CJ for Dallas because Dallas, I mean, Dallas needs backers. But yeah, you can't miss with either one of those. So that's a solid pick. CJ Allen's a hell of a football player, man. You kind of stole him from me for a later team, but you know, that's what the draft's about, right? So
yeah, exactly.
Okay, so with San Fran here, you know, it's the same thing, man. Like it's just, you know, Kyle Shanahan, doesn't matter who he has, they're gonna produce. and it's just defensive side of the ball. You can lose all pro talent, and it doesn't matter. You'll still win 12 games in a year. I don't know how they do it. I wish we had Kyle Shanahan in our system at one point, and maybe we would have been able to keep him around. But since he was never a coach for us, we didn't have a shot, right? So, with that being said, if anybody, and I mean anybody, can make something out of nothing, right? Yeah. It would be these San Francisco 49ers. So, with me saying that, I also said that this Ola Vega guy, I'm not a big fan of him, but he is humongous. Kyle Shanahan likes to run a lot of zone read, zone offensive schemes. So really, you don't have to rely on him to block a man. It's more of an area, and he takes up a lot of surface area. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's who I'm going to go with here for San Fran is Vavega Loani.
From what I've heard, and I'm shortening it up, it's Vega Awane because it's whatever. I don't know what ethnicity it is, and I'm not going to fight him on that. So
yeah.
If I have pronunciations, I'm taking it from PFF guys. I'm taking it from Bro Schmo. I'm taking it from Josh Taylor. I'm taking it from Bengal. I'm taking it from all those guys. So shout out to all of them. So if I mess up pronunciation, blame them, not me. The Caucasian community does not recognize me.
Yeah, we do not stand by any of these pronunciations.
If they're wrong, my bad. The Cleveland Browns. The top of the draft, I took Cardinal Tate for them and to get them some help. So here at 27, if they're going to go quarterback, I think they should stick with Shadur at least for another year, see what he has. And if not, you still have Massage Watson on your roster paying $100 million every year to him. So I'm not going to do that. Guard, tackle. There's a few guys I'm thinking of. Pregnon. And there's another guy who's listed as a tackle, but he could play both positions. It's Brian Parker out of Duke. Like 6'5", 305, really good for them. And he's going to play maybe on the outside, but if they want him on the interior, he could go in the interior.
And he started a few years for them, right? I believe.
Yeah. Like I said, defense doesn't really need a lot of help for him. So honestly, I'm probably just going to do that. I'm going to take Brian Parker for him. Whether he plays tackle or guard in this league, it's going to be up to the team. And what a lot of people have been saying, he's going to play more guard or center. But I'm taking Brian Parker II, the Duke Blue Devil, to the Devil's favorite team, the Cleveland Browns.
Went down up to a guy. I had to scroll down there for a minute.
You did. I made people scroll. They're like, who's this man talking about?
Yeah, this guy doesn't know anything. They don't even have. He's not even a top 100 pick.
Oh my god!
And
but you're back.
The NFL draft never goes crazy. It's always who they say.
Exactly. You have the Las Vegas Rams. You took Spencer Fano at the top of the draft.
Yeah, why is my okay? Here we go. All right, so with the tackle, a lot of people might say Ty Simpson here, but that's not me. I don't know, man. I think Stetson Bennett could be something, and I think he's been there for a little bit. So
he's been there a while.
Yeah, I think is there really a difference in them two, right? So, you know what I mean? So it's like, why waste a second pick in the first round, which is like you've already been gifted this first round. So with that being said, why not take a shot, right? Now you've got Puka, okay?
Yep.
You got Devontae Adams, okay?
Yep. Whittington.
Yeah, that guy, sure. Right. Now, Devontae Adams, It's getting kind of old. All right. So
still a dog.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, still nice. Yeah. He still whoops my ass every time I go against him in fantasy. That's for sure. Yeah. Don't get that twisted.
Facts.
But a guy this year who, because I'm debating myself right now. I'm kind of talking myself out of it, but Concepcion, right? He is a Jalen Lane type to me.
Okay.
A lot of work with real life wide receiver route running.
Mm-hmm.
Put him back there day one, return your kick. Sure. Go for it. You got a stud, right? But why not take a shot on somebody who can really do some damage if he gets in that weight room, really hits the books, and has a genius in Sean McVay. So with the 28th pick, I have the LA Rams taking wide receiver from Tennessee, Chris Brazil.
Ooh, you got him taking Brazil in the first. Ooh.
He is a weapon. You get him locked in there the right way with that speed. I mean, man, you saw what they're doing, and they've always had two receivers, man. You know what I mean? Cup, and then Puka comes around. Who's Puka? Who's this? Who's that? Now look at him, right? So there's no reason why they can't do the same thing here. This is just adding some spice to it. Was there probably a lot of better other picks here? I'm sure, right? But I just don't see them doing Ty Simpson. I don't see them going that route.
Right.
Their defense isn't – I mean, their offense – neither their offense or defense is the issue. Colton Hood is probably the pick that should have happened here, and that probably will. But,
yeah,
it's a mock for a reason, right? So there's my little curveball. I'll throw that one out there. I was waiting to throw him somewhere. And he just happened. Yeah. Now, a serious draft, day of the draft, night of the draft, whatever, I probably won't have him first round. But, just throwing him out there, seeing what it looks like. So I think and then out of all 32 teams, I mean, you got a gift of a second pick in the first round. That's where you take your shot. So
fair enough. The Chicago Bears, shout out to Trax, shout out to Cooper, D Nice, company over at Chicago Sports Podcast. Shout out to them because I'm probably about to help them out here with this pick. He's still here. He's a space eater. He helps him on that tremendous defense. I'm just going to take Hayden McDonald, Ohio State, for the Chicago Bears.
That's solid. Yeah. I thought you were going to take your boy Banks there for a second.
No, I don't necessarily think he might not go. There's a possibility he doesn't just go first round at all.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. So now here, I'm kind of torn because TJ Parker being there. I mean, that's who I'm probably going to go with here. But if memory serves, pretty sure Mike Vrabel played a few snaps in the NFL at the old linebacker position, if memory serves me right. And Anthony Hill Jr. isn't bad.
No, not at all.
So if you had to find a weak point on this New England defense, it's just the covering of the middle of the field running backs and tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
And a guy who can do that for you is definitely Anthony Hill Jr.
Yep.
TJ Parker is your smart move here, probably. But we're not here to be smart. So I don't TJ Parker, yeah, he's top 10 for me. Closer to the 10 than the 5. I've even got a sleeper that plays and probably won't even be drafted in the first 2 days. I actually have him ranked higher than TJ Parker. but I think they're okay on the edge. Stopping the run, all that stuff. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go Anthony Hill Jr., linebacker out of Texas.
Okay, so we have Sonny Styles, CJ Allen, Anthony Hill Jr., all first-round picks. I don't hate it. I kind of love it, especially for linebackers. I truly, truly love it. Seattle Seahawks. This is probably where, if he falls, I'm going to take Colton Hood.
Okay.
People are low on the whole Reek situation. So I think just to help clear that air, and honestly, he is still a really good corner, 6 foot 195, only with a really one touchdown, and let's call it 2.5 years because he didn't really play in 2023. But I mean, he's had a few bad games, few good games, so that's just how the corner position goes. I'm going to take the volunteer from the orange and white to the blue and green. Give me Colton Hood to the Seattle Seahawks.
Colton Hood. All right. So that leaves me with the Super Bowl champion Denver Broncos. With that being said, they 1,000,000% need a weapon.
Okay.
Yep. Looks like they're going to hit on RJ Harvey.
Yeah. Good for him too.
JK is, we all know what he is. He's going to give you 8 amazing games and then sit on his couch the rest of the year and watch from his TV. Their defense is absolutely lights out. And everybody that's worth a damn on that team was literally extended this year for like 4 years. Mm-hmm. So any defensive picks right now for them would all just be straight rotational pieces, which you're not going to use that as your first pick.
No.
In the draft. You're not going to go backup quarterback here because you got Bo Nix for the next, 8 years minimum. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, the guy who's staring you right in the face is Concepcion, right? Concepcion, yep. Right? But like I said, he's just a guy for me. Okay. Now you got 2 options on which pains me to say the number 1 team in college football right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it is the 32nd overall pick. So, Mr. Somewhat Irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
But is it too early? Is it too early? That's the question.
Might be.
Yeah. I think it's a little too early, right? So, what do you do here? Do you go the best player available? Do you take Concepcion? Because, that's what America tells you to do.
Give Bo some help.
Right. Because also, oh, man, a huge splash to finish the draft would be a tight end.
It would be. I don't think any of these other tight ends are worth.
Not in the first round. No. Not even for 32nd. I agree with you there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
honestly, I'm probably with you. It might just be Concepcion right here.
You might have to, just because America's telling you to do it. The only reason why I have, it's hard for me to click the button is because they have that in Marvin Mims. Marvin Mims is literally this guy. Literally. I mean, they are the same person. They're the exact same person. Wow, this is not. I definitely did not think it would be this hard. And you got.
I think if Allen or Hill were here, it'd be a lot easier.
Yeah, I totally agree. Now you could just take J-Rod, but hell of a player, man.
Won't test well. I'm sorry.
And I know, I agree. Yeah, he'll bench press 75 reps of 225 and do a line of coke while doing it. But you're right. He's going to run a 4.9, 4.8.
Yep.
So, golly, man, this is a lot harder than what I thought. What I'll do, because I'm not going to be peer pressured into taking Concepcion here. I refuse. I'm going to take a guy who I think, when it's all said and done, if he goes to the right system, could be the best corner in this draft.
Okay.
And that's Keith Abney out of Arizona State.
All right. You're taking Abney over Brandon Siss?
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. I don't hate that one bit. So obviously with these styles, they won't give us the grades.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious because PFF loves to do their grades, but I'm gonna download this for later. So to recap the draft, Mendoza won, and there's a trade. That's pretty much the only trade we made the whole day.
Mm-hmm.
Dante Moore 2 to the Raiders, Carnell Tate 3 to the Browns, Caleb Downs 4 to the Giants, Tyson to the Titans, Reese to the Cardinals, David Bailey to the Commanders, Jeremiah Love is a Saint, Ruben Bain is a Bengal, Francis Maui Noah is a Chief, Mansour Delane, Spencer Fano, Kenyon Sadiq, Jermon McCoy, Peter Woods, Makai Lemon, Sonny Styles, Caden Proctor, Keldrick Folk, Cassius Howell, Denzel Boston, Avion Terrell, Romello Hype, Caleb Alomu, CJ Allen, Vega Awane, Brian Parker II, Chris Brazel II, Kanan McDonald, Anthony Hill Jr., Colton Hood, Keith Abney. Honestly, I really don't hate it.
Yeah, no. Now, because we're both very honest people, that Brian Parker and Chris Brazel is out of this world to be going to go back to that.
I think Parker isn't as high as Brazel, or as low as people think is Brazel. I think Parker is probably going to be more of a mid day 2, where I think Brazel could fall to like a late day 2.
Yeah,
but if Parker moves into the interior, he would probably be guard 2 or 3 for teams.
Yeah, but the players themselves are solid, but they have to, like, the Browns, it's not out of this world because them and the Raiders, I mean, neither one of them can draft. They've proven that over the years. And the Rams, I mean, I would never have taken that pick with somebody like, for example, did we do it? We didn't. Who would be another receiver? Like the Steelers, right? Like, even if Denzel Boston was gone, and I still and I had the same exact like Concepcion and all them there, like I'd probably put Concepcion there, right? Because the Steelers aren't going to do that. But if the Steelers had a pick in the top, 12 picks, or they were the 12th pick, it actually is 12. For some reason, I thought they were 11. But yeah, if the Rams were 12, you take your guy, you get your guy. Now it's just house money, man. I mean, you're sitting there. You're not, especially the way running back, Kyron
Williams, you've got.
Guys, he's right there. He's from Fauquier County, too. From Michigan, running back.
Blake Corum.
You're not going to take, especially because like the backup running back for Notre Dame, he'll be there, being the second best running back, ranked at least. And you're just not going to go like, you're not going to go D-line there. Like, you're just not going to do that. So you take a chance on a guy, on a speedster, SEC ball, can win that one-on-one, jump ball. Mm-hmm. And he's going to learn from a offensive-minded juggernaut. I mean, who would have picked Puka Nacua to do what he's doing, right? Nobody.
No one.
Not one person. And unless you're related to him and you said that you knew this was coming, you're a liar. You are a liar. or you the quarterback at BYU who threw it to him.
Yeah.
That's it. You're literally the only people in America. So this is where you take your shot, right?
Yep.
All the safe options were gone. Concepcion, yeah, but like you're not why do that for a guy who could, like you already pretty much know what he is. That's why I skipped him with the Broncos, because the Broncos need like the true weapon. Like he's not a true, like if he turns out to be that way, then good for him. But it's not like these guys with that high potential, like the Denzel Bostons and stuff like that. So it is what it is. I think the way I took Brazil to the Rams with such a smart offensive coach is the same reason why I did it with Abney and Denver. I mean, you have a defense that is just, they're ridiculous. They are ridiculous. So I think that's a great fit. Same with the Anthony Hill thing going to New England. I mean, he just seems like a Vrabel kind of guy. So
it is.
But yeah, I like it, man. I don't think, for the most part, besides obviously like my Brazil there, and your possible Brian Parker. Other than that, man, I think we've pretty much like nailed it. I mean, we pretty much should go ahead and paste this to the Instagram. That way people don't even have to wait till April. This is exactly how it's about to go.
I mean, it's probably gonna be a few changes because as of right now with the Browns winning, this is probably as high as as low as we pick is 7. Yeah. So this is just perfection. If Bailey fell here and we drafted here, I'm picking him regardless. Like I'm taking David Bailey over Ruben Bain any day of the week.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, people love the Jeremiah Love. Yes, people love the Arvell Reese. For me, it's David Bailey or a receiver. It's one of those two for me.
Yep.
So
David other than and Carnell Tater there, what are you doing?
Flipping a coin.
All right. Carnell Tate. Okay. David Bailey, Bain, both are gone. Okay. You've got, and Caleb Downs, all gone.
Yep.
Reese is gone. You're sitting there with Jeremiah Love and Carnell Tate. What are you doing?
Carnell Tate.
Yeah. Okay. I would love Jeremiah Love, but
it feels rich. It feels like a luxury pick we don't have.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. And then draft Carnell Tate this year, and then lose every single game next year, and go get Jeremiah Smith, and just shut it down, because you ain't stopping. You pick it. Who you want to stop this week, and we'll just go to the other.
And then you saw Luke McCaffrey. You still got Lane.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, I'll let them compete for the punt return job. So
right. I don't know. Luke could be a solid 3.
Yeah, maybe put some weight on him. He'll be better than Ben Simmons at the tight end. So
hey, I need some people.
Just let everybody gain weight. Ben Simmons gain weight, bump him in the guard. Because
outrageous.
He'd be a solid pulling guard. He'd be solid pulling. He pulls. Right. He puts some. He lays the wood out there. Well, hold on a second. Let me backtrack that one.
Hey, I don't even got the my sound bites, or I would be pausing you. But no, I think the draft went according to plan.
Yeah, that's solid.
In terms of where we are right now, how things look, and what they should and could look like going into the off season. But that is going to wrap things up beyond BIB Draft HQ first round mock draft. Some shocking picks I didn't think he would take. Few picks I didn't think I would take. But you know what? That's the fun of a good mock draft. Right. We're gonna get up out of here because I gotta get ready for dinner here soon, and I know you got to worry about them damn kids.
Yes.
So we are on our way out, guys. Hit that subscribe button here on BIB. Like I said, road to 1,000 subscribers is gonna keep happening until we get there. Hit that subscribe button. We may do a giveaway once we get to 1,000, but hit that subscribe button. Share with a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share it on Instagram. Share it on Twitter. Share it on Facebook. Share it on wherever you watch your YouTube content and your podcast. Go share us everywhere. Tell your friends about it. We're going to get up out of here because I'm losing my voice and losing words to say. So let's enjoy this Sunday that we did not have to feel this loss compared to some other teams. Let's see how next week rolls out. If we continue to lose and other teams continue to win, we could go to 6. But other than that, we're probably the 7th overall pick. Solidified, guaranteed going forward. New England decided to shut out the Jets, which is a great day for me So Drake may win MVP. He may not. But guys, get up out of here. Raise hail. See y'all next time. We are out.